T-Man 978 Shill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now I'm going to be taking a look at Transformers Studio Series 8617. Transformers the movie Ironhide, who is a Voyager class figure. Doesn't look like it, but he's a Voyager class figure. Not because of his overall size, but the amount of plastic being used and the engineering. Ironhide comes with the shuttle ambush backdrop right here, where he, Prowl, Brawn, and Ratchet were mercilessly killed. Anywho, in the movie, he was shown to only have one gun. Ratchet had two, but why give him one gun when you can give him two? He's already short. But like I said, he has probably the same amount of plastic as a typical Voyager, because he's definitely heavy and he has a lot of engineering. When it comes to robot mode, I only have a few gripes and a few complaints. Let me get one thing out of the way really quick. One thing probably a bunch of people have: his overall look and proportions. Now this Ironhide looks like Ironhide, especially in the chest and the head and whatnot, but he didn't have really long arms and his body was quite slender. The shoulders also protrude out and whatnot, so when you look at him, if you don't think about the cartoon, it's like, wow, that looks like G1 Ironhide. But if you look at the cartoon, then which studio series is supposed to be completely representing, it is a way off, especially with the things they had to do as far as transformation and whatnot. That's a nitpick I bring up only because I know some other people are going to bring it up. Other nitpicks that I have personally: I don't like crotch skirts. I don't like when there's one flap. Why don't I like that? Because when you move the leg beyond this point, the whole flap goes up and that always looks weird to me. They did a cutout right here where it seems like they wanted to make it separate pieces, because there's no reason for it to have that line. That's not even in his design. So I don't know why they went with that and didn't split it. As far as outright complaints, these seem like they were designed to tab M right here. But you see that? It just pops right out. One of them goes in better than the other one, but that just pops right out. So that's never really latched on tight. And down here in the feet, that's all just reliant on friction as well. So you can move it around without that opening, but I wish that it shut. But that's my personal only real complaint with this set or this figure. The other stuff was nitpicks. But let's let you see his gun up close right here. Reminiscent of what you saw in the cartoon. Now there's no real storage. One thing different between the Studio Series and the main line has ports all over the body. He has no ports in the feet like they would have. But you can kind of get the gun to sit right there. It's not the tightest fit, but you can get them away if you want. And let's try to put it this way. I think when I try to put it this way, there's that option as well. Maybe if you want them to have smokestacks. Let's get in close on that face in this detail. I do like this being painted. And I'm going to have more gripes in vehicle mode. So don't you worry if you want me to complain about every damn thing. Let's get into the articulation. This thing really shines there. The head is, I believe, on a ball joint, so you can get a little tiny bit of wiggle. And of course it rotates, but the transformation hinge allows him to look down a lot, and it allows him to look up a good deal. I wish every Transformer had that ability in the main line. You can move the arm out, and he has filler design in there. You can rotate, bend at the elbow, only 90 degrees, swivel, and the wrist swivel. And you can't do this if you had like some type of melee device. You can do this. Legs can kick all the way back. Legs can kick all the way up to the side. Legs can kick all the way forward, even though he has that crotch skirt thing. You do get swivel right here. You bend 90. And the feet. You get all types of angle pivot right there. But the feet can rock forward. And they rock back. So I love that when it comes to articulation options. Which is cool. So I love being able to do stuff like that. You know, this is on the fly, but you get the picture. You get the picture. It only looks a little bit crazy here when you move the foot back. But the fact that he can do all that is nuts. Alright, here he is next to Deluxe Prowl from Earthrise and the Leader Class Optimus from Earthrise, who's really just a Voyager class, but whatever. And here is the Ironhide from that set with Prowl. I believe they came as a 2-pack together. But yeah, here's what they're looking like. Sideways, face to face. The Earthrise one is a little bit taller. Here are their backs. And yeah. Pulling this one back out, I can tell you right now, like, he is lighter feeling. You do get this whole big sled thing because he was a parts former, kind of reminiscent of the original toy. And there's a lot going on with this engineering wise, but this was basically a retool of the Siege Ironhide. So yeah, certain pieces, like I said, like this feels flimsier, it's not pinned on or anything. The feet feel flimsier, they aren't pinned on. In fact, this mess looks like it's about to come off. But overall, look wise, this looks more cartoon accurate than this by a mile. I'm not gonna say it's a bad figure, but it's not as accurate as this. This may as well just this was a cash grab and they got us. They barely changed anything and they got us, while this is a complete new mold. So yeah, I like them. Only thing I don't like is the crotch skirt. But transformation. I'm gonna take these guns out the hands. I'm gonna push the hands back right here. And I'm gonna rotate him at the waist. Going to like disengage this right here. You can almost have more articulation here if they would have designed it a certain type of way, because he has like rotation. But basically we need to, I'm going to separate the arms, bring them back in this direction. I'm going completely out of order. I'm going to rotate this around right here and kind of bring that up to here, bringing the arms together. The arms kind of need to bend right here. You could just leave them like that until we get some other stuff going, like opening this chest up, which pulls this out right here and push the head in, and these side panels right here can come out. They may move back in because they're so fiddly, but we can't push that up yet, and we can't really push this up yet. We have to work with the legs. The legs, they need to open up and then open up right here. Open up and open up right here. All right, I did a step I did not have to do. I rotated the waist around. Don't do that. But the feet, open this up, open this up, open that up, kind of get that into that orientation, get that to that orientation. Now we can get the legs together. With this shin panel, you can move this forward up like that and get things going over here. Same deal right here. Get that into this orientation, and we can tab this together right there. Now you can start pushing this towards that. And this part right here, things are mostly not flimsy, but this seems to fight against you till the last drop. Then we could open these all the way up if they haven't already. You might have to like wiggle this to just make sure that everything is straight, because we need to close this in such a way where we can get this under here. And the same deal over here. But the peg that's in the center right here, we kind of want to get this one over it so we can push it down on it. That seemed to get better like the second time I did it. But once we do that, make sure these things are still open. Get this here, and we need to like force that onto there. Getting that back off is difficult, I'm not even gonna lie. And now we can shove this up, and basically we're done. He becomes a van. Used to be a cherry vignette, but this is mostly good. Here's what it looks like on the bottom. If you want to finish things off, we can put these here. Now they're like mufflers or tailpipes. You can kind of do it this way, but they don't want to stay. Let me see if we can actually roll like that. Yeah, well, so if you don't want to see them at all, you can do this. And they can store up here as like a weaponized mode. So there's that. But this is mostly good. The thing that I wish for it, because let me zoom in on it. Like, this is transparent plastic. It's painted red on top of the blue, just like this. I kind of wish every piece of the car part was painted red so it can match together. Now, looking at it through my screen right now, it kind of doesn't look too crazy, but in person you can definitely see a color change anywhere there's plastic. And this plastic under this light seems to be a lighter color than most of the other plastic. The hinges, those are the main things I noticed in pictures online, but in person they don't bug me as much for some reason. It would have been also nice if they would have painted the window back here. So, repro labels there. They're going to be making money. Here he is next to another deluxe class size robot. That's a Voyager class. So she's actually a little bit longer than him. Not as tall, but she's also wider. Here's Nemesis Prime, which is the leader class. Well, no, this was a Voyager class the whole way. So yeah. Here's a Siege Deluxe class. Quite bigger than him, to be honest. So it definitely looks the size it should be in vehicle mode. Before I forget, one thing I wanted to point out is how they did the tires. They used the same tires front and back with the clip in instead of the clip out situation, so they don't look so ugly. So they did a lot of things articulation wise and aesthetic wise that I do like, but it's not 100% perfect. Finally, here is the Earthrise Ironhide. It's kind of taller. They are close to the same length, but the Earthrise one is maybe 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters longer. Let's try to do it this way. Yeah, you can really see it when I do it this way. But both of them are big. Now, I want to call this a deluxe class, but this and Ratchet were sold in online exclusive 2-packs. And they come with this bigger piece that you had to add on. So maybe that's why they sold it like this, because they didn't want to make him a Voyager, but they wanted to make sure that you pay for this extra tooling. I think they were like $5 more than normal for 2 robots at the time. I can't remember. Well, yeah. The main problem with this guy is that looks crazy as hell. If this is an Earth vehicle, what is all this? There's that, but then I'm talking about color matching and whatnot. But yeah. No, yeah. I don't know why they didn't put the stripe on here. They could have, but they didn't. So there's that. But anyway, I'm tired of comparing things. This vehicle mode is definitely doable, and I like all the options as far as the guns and whatnot. So, not a big deal. Like I've been doing for all the rest of these. Hopefully somebody will stay and keep watching. Reverse transformation. Pull this away. And here's the tough part. I'm going to wiggle it that way and wiggle it that way to get these little plastic things out. But now that we've done that, I will move that out, move that down, and bring these back right here. Now we can dislodge this, and I'm just gonna finish the feet by lifting this up, pushing these in, pushing these back, separating it, and moving them down here and shoving that down. Move this down here and shove that down. Now we can make sure that this is like in this type of angle before you start bending, because it feels like you will definitely break that. But bring this down, it tabs in there. Bring this down, it's supposed to tab in here. If you're lucky, it will. It seemed like it always tabs once and then doesn't again. Tab there and tab that. Now we can separate these arms, lift the hands out, separate the arms, bring them down here. We can lift this up, push these little pieces in, grab at the head, get that out, shove this down, and shove that into the cavity. Now we can rotate this around, bring that down, lift this up to here, and you're done. Use a robot. Wasn't that simple? And anywho, I like this guy. I like him a lot. This is one of the few figures where I open the box and I just have super duper fun with it, and I'm satisfied. Some of these Transformers, I open the box, start messing with them, and it's like, I don't like this, I don't like that, this doesn't feel good. That's mostly the case with Voyagers. with Deluxes. This guy is a Voyager, and even though he's deluxe size, he has so much extra effort put into it, it just makes him fun. For me, at least. I've definitely liked that they didn't cheap out on articulation. Like, he has swiveling wrists. You saw all the stuff I was doing with the ankles. And the style of neck articulation, really like that. And even though you would think this would pop off easy, it doesn't. When you click that into place, it stays. I can move this arm around and it stays. So I'm definitely happy about that. That's one of the things I would definitely be upset with, because typically things like that do not work out. Well, yeah, in my personal opinion, if you have this version of Ironhide, I would still upgrade. So now I have to decide on what I want to do with that Ironhide. If I still want it, I currently still want the Prowl, even though I do believe that there have been a leaked listing for Prowl. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he's probably going to have silver legs and maybe a few other changes, because Prowl didn't have black legs. See, they always, here's a rant if anybody's still watching. They give us what we want, but they always leave in something we don't want so that they can improve upon it later, which sucks. And we keep falling for that. I've been trying to not buy subpar stuff, but sometimes I fail because I want the new and improved version, even though it's not fully 100% improved. Like I said, this guy aesthetically doesn't 100% look like he should. So in 3 to 4 years from now, they're probably going to redo him and fix all that. So that does suck. If you have the willpower, I say do what I was just mentioning. Don't buy subpar. But this still is a good figure. I still like it. Thank you for watching. Oh, I found them at Target just sitting on the shelf. There's going to still be a link for him for Amazon in the description. Thank you for watching. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here.
Figure action. That one's me.
Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos.